Welcome to another Todd's 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. Hey, everybody, got another question for you here. Here to answer your questions in 2 minutes or less. What if the valve, talking about the gate valve, okay, full way valve, termination valve, whatever you want to call it. What if that doesn't open all the way? It's stuck, okay? You get a trickle out. You try to empty the black water tank and you get a trickle. We had a technician come out and backflush the system, and he said, it's not the solids or a blockage. Well, if it's not a blockage, then that would let me know it's maybe not the gate valve opening all the way. Because they would see that if they're back flushing and there was any type of obstruction, they would see that, okay? He says it isn't opening enough to allow anything but liquid come through at a very slow rate. Right. Okay. Let me read this again, because if he's saying that it's not a blockage, that gate valve being closed would constitute a blockage. So let me just go down this road. I'll give you two answers. If it is the gate valve not opening all the way, well, then technician needs to replace that gate valve. Find out why it's not opening all the way. Now, if you've got the cable pull system, okay, cable doesn't change. It'll either break off or it gets kind of stuck, okay? One thing you can try is if you have that cable system, is it may be too late, but try and spray it down, the cable, pull it out, spray that cable down. Maybe too late, but we can always try this. But spray it down with either some dry silicone or some PTFE, something dry, and work it back and forth and try and lubricate that cable, okay? It could have began to stretch, right? Inside can stretch, and so therefore, whenever you're getting this resistance of trying to open up that gate valve, it's just not opening all the way. One thing to find out is we got to send a borescope inside to find out, is it opening all the way, okay? Now, you said there's just a trickle. Nothing else is coming out, so no solids whatsoever. Let's say, well, Todd, solids are coming out, but it's a trickle. It's kind of glugging. Then what I'm going to point you to is your vent stack, right? All black tanks have a vent stack, and it could be the vent stack itself is partially blocked off. So you get up on the roof, you take yourself either a water hose, like your neighbor's water hose, and run that down that vent stack, turn on the water, and see if we can clear out the obstruction. But if it is the gate valve, well, then you already know what you need to do, and that is to find out and correct the problem. Again, if it's a cable problem, you're really not going to correct the cable. You have to replace the whole thing, okay? Which means it's a bad job. They're going to have to open up that gate valve, let it all dump out without getting it all over them, and then just simply replace the gate valve. The gate valve itself, $20, $30, okay? It's the time it takes and the willingness of whoever that is to get up under your RV and replace that gate valve. So I apologize. I wish I can give you better news, but if it is the gate valve and it's sticking, you can try last-ditch effort, try and lube that cable up just a bit to see if it'll work some more. Otherwise, you'll need to replace the whole thing. There's your tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now, for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers. Let me read that again. What if the valve doesn't open all the way and you get a trickle? See a doctor. But we're not talking about that. So here we go.